Hi there! Living in our world can be difficult, not only for humans, but for animals too. And our great concern is to make their existence easier, as sometimes they cannot do without our assistance. And, frankly speaking, animals often have problems because of humans. So the more people are ready to rush for help, the better a place our world can be. Let's see those heroes that have big hearts not to ignore animals' problems and misfortunes. Little kittens are extremely curious, and sometimes they stick their noses in the places that are not safe for them. This time, the unlucky fellow wanted to get through a narrow hole in the dumpster and was stuck in it. But fortunately, the police team noticed the poor guy and his attempts to get out. The rescuers had to make him slippery to drag him out. So the tiny cutie got the name Slick and hurried to rush away immediately after being pulled out. The policemen were very happy to help the kitten. The people from Help for Paws got a call about a domestic rabbit found in a cemetery, and the main challenge was to find this little guy. They say the little creature near the storm drain and had to put the plastic net not to let it run away. But the bunny was too scared and didn't want to get out of the tunnel. At last, the little creature got tired of sitting there, and the rescuers managed to grasp it. Found in the cemetery, the rabbit got the name Mr. Bones. On coming to the hospital, the bunny was examined. It had no serious traumas except for fleas, and the doctors solved this problem very quickly. These men found a kingfisher bird on a stream bank. He put the little buddy in the box and brought to his wife, who was a veterinarian. Nobody knows how the bird was injured, but the vet was sure it had broken its wings somehow. Ring fishers have very strong beaks, so it is a rather extreme thing to keep in their hands. The next morning, the birdie was taken to the Special Rescue Center, where it spent some time for rehabilitation. I hope it was okay and happily got released to the wild. National parks are rather safe places for wild animals, but they sometimes get in trouble even there. Here, in the Kruger National Park, rangers had to deal with buffaloes that got stuck in the swampy mud. Buffaloes are very big and heavy, so to get them out of danger was a really difficult task. The rescuers spent a lot of time dragging out some of them. They even used a car to solve this problem. At last, the team managed to save all the animals from the herd. Sorry to say, the buffaloes didn't appreciate that and attacked their rescuers. The people had to save themselves, getting quickly into the trap. Yes, the buffaloes were not very intelligent to realize that people wanted to help them, but it doesn't mean they didn't need our support. The people from Wildlife Aid Project saved numerous orphaned and abandoned fox cubs. Without their help, the little ones wouldn't have any chance for survival. Some of them get to the center being very young and not even capable enough of eating by themselves. They grow in the center, and when they are old enough to live alone, the rescuers release them back into the wild. This time, several grown-up foxes were ready to start their new life in the forest. The people took them in the cases and left them in open spaces to get used to different sounds, smells, and creatures they would meet being free. Sometime later, the cages were opened, and the foxes left the environment which had been their home for many months. The specialists from Wildlife Aid hope that the animals will have a great life. Very often, little puppies suffer from aggression from adult dogs and get very seriously injured. This poor thing was bitten by a big dog, and his legs got paralyzed. The people working in Animal Rescue Project took him in from the street and brought him to the vet. The doctor said his nerves had been destroyed because of spinal trauma, but there was a little chance to make him walk again, and the specialists decided to try. They called the little thing Pearl and started doing their job. The pup went through a great number of tests and procedures, and day by day, his legs got better and better. He even walked on a wheel to make his leg move again, but the doctor said he would walk again. One morning, an injured bird was found by a caring man near his house. He brought it to his wife, and they decided to help as much as they could. The couple made a nest for the birdie to feel more comfortable till it recovered. They gave it water and fed it, and the bird felt much better. On the second day, the bird was brave enough to deal with people freely. Later, it was almost their friend. The only problem was that the creature couldn't still normally walk. On the sixth day, it started roaming slowly about the room. After a week, it completely recovered and left the family. Its rescuers miss it badly and hope everything will be okay for their little friend. This is Montpellier. He is an adult male gray-headed flying fox. The poor creature got trapped in a pool enclosure. The problem is that it's almost impossible for bats to get out of enclosed places, as they can't climb high enough to be able to fly to save themselves. They need more free open space for that. So Montpellier got into serious trouble. The rescuer from Mega Batty Channel had a great experience dealing with flying foxes and bats, but taking the animal out of the water was rather hard. The scared nice fellow needed some drink and rest. Luckily, Montpellier didn't have any serious injuries. The help came just in time. He got just a few bruises in his attempts to escape, and he only had to wait until he would be completely okay. A man, Rob by name, brought an injured hawk to Martin from Southwest Wildlife Foundation of Utah. The family had seen the poor hawk near the road. Rob's son captured the hawk with his shirt. After some tests, Martin supposed the bird was hit by a car. It had some problems with balance and seemed to be blind. Likely, it was the effect of a concussion. Martin left the hawk at his place and took good care of him. The birdie had plenty of food and a quiet, dark place to heal. After staying for a few weeks, the hawk began flying well and showing other signs of a healthy bird. Thanks to Rob and Martin, the bird got a second chance for a new life. The rescuers from Animal Aid Unlimited, India, got a call about a dog, which was crying like hell. It turned out that her pups were buried under the rubble of a house that had collapsed. The people came to the place the mommy dog led them and started taking out rocks. The mom was so nervous that prevented the rescuers from helping her. At last, they heard the babies' voices. The only thing they had to do was move away all the stuff. When the rescuer took the first pup, he was amazingly small. They took the pups one by one, and luckily all of them were okay. The people found the family a new home, and the mom felt very relieved that her babies were rescued. And of course, she was very grateful. We also have to be really grateful to the people who took care of the animals. Please, praise them with your likes, subscriptions, and maybe donations. All the links are below my video. See you!